Hello, and welcome to a Python tutorial series for beginners. In this video, I'll be giving you an introduction to Python and explain how to install and set up your environment to start programming. So first of all, what is Python? Python is an interpreted, high-level programming language. It's easy to learn and the syntax is easy to read. It's also very powerful and can be used for many purposes. Why should you learn Python? It's easy to read and it's suitable for beginners. And also, you can use Python for countless different purposes, which include machine learning, data analysis, web development, games, robotics, and so much more. In this series, you'll learn all the basic concepts required to make efficient programs in Python. Many of these concepts are common in other languages too, so they'll be very useful. Along the way, we'll be covering some short beginner-level projects as well. This tutorial is for anyone who wants to learn the basics of programming and apply those concepts to create useful programs. Even if you're a beginner and you have no experience, this is for you. In this tutorial series, you'll be learning basic syntax like printing, commenting, and working with different data types and variables. And then we'll start learning about conditional tests like if or else, and then looping and functions, classes, getting user input, and more. All right, for the installation, the first step is to install Python 3 from python.org/downloads. And I'm going to click this link. See, this is the official Python website. And so it automatically detected which operating system I'm on, which is Mac. And we're going to download Python 3.8.5, which is the latest version. Now there are two different versions, Python 3 and Python 2. And we're going to be using Python 3 for this tutorial series because it's more common and Python 2 is not supported anymore. So I'm not going to download this because I have this already installed on my device. But once you click this, it's pretty simple. You'll see a file downloaded down here. And then you're going to click that and you're going to follow the instructions on the screen to set up your environment. And once that's done, you can open an IDE, which is called IDLE, and it's the default integrated development environment that comes when you install Python. So you can open that and you can see this is a Python 3.8 shell. And you can program here. For example, I'm just going to enter a simple operation, 1 plus 1, and it gives us 2. But after each line, it will return the output. So what you want to do is want to click File in the top left part of your screen, and then New File. And then here, this is a new file, and you can start programming in Python. And to run these programs, you're going to click Run in the top menu in your screen, and then you're going to Run module. And so that's how to get started using the IDLE. And now this is a good option for programming Python if you're a beginner. But if you want to work on projects like with multiple files, you should use an IDE like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code. Those are like the most popular ones for Python. I'm not going to be covering the installation for those, but if you want to install them, you can go ahead and do that as well. There's also a Python development environment called Google Colab, which runs in the browser, so you don't need to install anything to code in Python. And I'm going to be using that for my tutorial series because it's a good way to take notes and a good way to explain things. For example, you can take notes and code at the same time. And this is a sample notebook. This is what a sample notebook looks like. This is a code cell, this is the output, and this is a text cell. Python files end with the .py extension, .py. So when you save your files, they'll look like whatever you want to name your file and .py at the end. In the next video, we'll be learning basic syntax like printing, commenting, and variables in Python. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below and I'll read them as soon as I can. Be sure to support my channel by liking and subscribing, and thanks for watching.